Hey guys, it's Shane from Jaggs Journeys. Live again, back live. Maths is finished, so back to it. Um, I am later than normal. I didn't advertise this that I was going live tonight because I didn't know if I was going to make it in time, which I didn't make it in time. I didn't get home till 8 o'clock. So obviously, by the time I got some dinner organized, ate dinner, I thought, well, anyway, I might as well jump on, and I just don't know who's going to hop on here. So there might only be one or three of us. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah. So again, apologies for that. I didn't advertise this purely because I had no idea if I was going to make it in time home from work, which again, I was late tonight. And yeah, so hence why I didn't advertise this. But anyway, we'll see who pops on. We've got a few things to chat about. So there's a Q&A. It is moderated. There's a moderator online. So we just need to stick to the topic. Theme parks, attractions, events, Q&A. All right. I hope everyone's been having a great week. Hello to everyone who's jumping on at the moment. I did miss, when did I miss? A couple of weeks ago. I was sick. I was sick last week. So I couldn't make that. It was just too crook. I'm still not quite right. I've still got a bit of a funny throat. So excuse me if I'm coughing or if I'm doing that, clearing my throat. I've been crook and sort of just trying to get over that now. So yeah. So thanks to everyone saying hi. Who we got there? We got Tom Tyrus, is it? Tom Tyrus 2. Pammy Pam. Jamie Tasker, David Pierce, thanks for the coffee, much appreciated. Ileana, thanks for jumping on. Matt Muffet, how are you, mate? Let your mum know I'm on. I'd said to her I wasn't sure if I was coming on when she was messaging me, so let her know if she doesn't already know as well. That Aussie girl, stay 143. But I gotta ask, what's that? What's that symbol? And it says this. I have no idea what that is. Sorry, something new. Have I missed something? Kobe, how you doing? Marley Young fanboy. Good evening. All right, so yeah, I'm not sure. That Aussie girl stay says, love your videos. I live on the Gold Coast. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So obviously, hopefully you get to visit the parks and check them out for yourself as well. Kobe says, what houses do you want to come and see for Fright Night? I think they're probably just going to have the same ones again, I think. But again, I keep saying this. I really do hope they bring back the IPs like the Halloween or the Michael Myers or Friday the 13th. I love that old school, 70s, 80s classic horror. Bring that back. However, the ones they did last year, honestly, they were really good. So looking forward to them again anyway. Hopefully they'll always trick them up a bit more as well. Matt says, his mum said to head off to bed. Oh, well, let her know that I appreciate that she's going to jump on anyway. And sorry for being late today. I came home at like 8 o'clock. I wasn't going to jump on. And I thought, I'll just jump on. Have something to eat and get on here. And I hope she had a nice birthday yesterday too, mate, by the way. I hope she had a good day. Will you be doing anything for Anzac Day? Probably not this year. I've just been sick as well, and I'm still not quite right. So everything is closed, including all the theme parks, by the way. So this Saturday, Anzac Day, even SeaWorld is closed. Some years gone by, it's opened at 1 o'clock, but it won't this year. I've read it's definitely closed. Dream World, Movie World, SeaWorld, water parks all closed on Saturday for Anzac Day, for the full day. All the shopping centres are shut, although you will find after 1 o'clock probably some restaurants and cinemas, they'll be open from what I've seen. So yeah. So maybe, yeah. So for me, just to let you know, so I may get to one of the parks maybe Sunday, maybe, but for me to go filming and edit on the one day is tough. However, I do have a video that I need to edit, and that is for the Allara trade show and conference, which we'll speak about in a minute. But before I get to that, sorry, Aussie Girl says, just call me Kathy. Okay, Kathy. No worries, Kathy. Thank you. Hey, Alex. Thanks for jumping on. Kobe, when Dreamworld's land went off Dreamworld, I was sad. DreamWorks. Yes, DreamWorks. Yes, we almost DreamWorks. I'm with you right there on that. I loved DreamWorks. I just want to say a big thank you to shout out to the Elio fan 2008. Thank you so much for the super chat. That's really greatly appreciated. You wrote, I have my own movie awards show later this year. If you're interested in being a voter, email me so that I can easily give you updates. Mate, sure. You can either DM me on Instagram, or if you go on Instagram, you'll find my Jaggs Journeys email address on there as well. Feel free to email me some info. I mean, I'll certainly have a look at it, have a read of it. Yeah, just whenever it is, let me know, and I'll just tell me more about it. Of course, I don't know anything about it, but sounds interesting. Sounds really cool. But yeah, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. Anyone that's even just being on the chat is always appreciated. But anyone that goes the extra length and super chats I can't thank you enough. So thank you so much, Elio fan 2008. That's really appreciated. And yeah, send me some info regarding that. That'll be great. Thank you. Kathy says, have you seen the new ride at Wet n Wild? Yeah, I've highlighted it on the video, but I haven't been on it. Are you talking about the 4 new slides at the front of the park? I'd take it, unless there's a new one there I wasn't aware of. That's, I think, what you're talking about. They're all go off the one tower at the front there. Yeah, I mean, I've heard they're pretty good, but I haven't experienced them yet. I may not now too. It's starting to get a little bit cooler now, so Kobe says thank you, Elio, as well. Thanks, Kobe. That's appreciated. For those of you, he's been supporting my channel for many years, and I really appreciate Kobe and those other people that are on here that have also been with the journey for many years, which is awesome. It really is. It means that you're not bored of me yet, so that's really cool. We'll try and make sure we don't make you bored where possible. All right, what do we got here? So we got what's it, Kishahiri? Apologies if I've mispronounced that. What's going on over here then? You're talking about the chat. So I do theme parks, attractions, and events on YouTube. Every second Wednesday night we have a Q&A. People get to ask questions all related to theme parks, attractions, plus we normally have some sort of topics to discuss what's happening in the parks, events that are coming up, things we've been to as well. So I do want to talk about the Allara conference and trade show that I was very lucky to attend yesterday. So we will talk about that in a second. I'll just quickly get through some comments. Pam says, oops, thanks for the heads up. We were going to visit Dreamworld on Saturday. Yeah, well, I did see them post something at some stage. I'm not sure where. Again, probably when I was eating lunch, I was flicking through real quick, but they posted something. But I've just Googled it, and in the other parks, it says they're all closed. So, yeah, that's it. A couple of Funko Pops in this. Yeah, got 1 or 3 Funko Pops around. Sorry, there's a bit of mess as well in this office. I got to sort a few things out in here. It becomes the dumping ground in some ways as well, but it's certainly a collection pot of vinyls. So hopefully you can see some of those. Probably not too clearly, but hopefully you like those. Ileana, they really need to bring the Scooby-Doo lasers back in the ride. Yeah, I agree. Scooby-Doo, in that dark ride, roller coaster, cat and mouse part, they've got to have lasers back. They've got to have something in there. It's just too dark. It's too plain. And because the queue line now and the waiting area is so good, it's better, similar but better. And then the start of the ride is awesome. It's been enhanced and new mapping. It's looked incredible. And then that part of the ride which is the main part of the ride, I guess, is where's the lasers in that. So yeah, they need to have that back. And then the end of the ride is awesome as well. So yeah, I agree with that. Hopefully they will. Jamie, do you think Greg will give any idea of upcoming gossip or plans for the upcoming Dreamworld ride? Behind the Thrills Q&A. Probably not. Look, he invited myself and 3 other content creators to the AALARA conference and trade show yesterday, and we tried to quiz him. A small group of us, and even when I was chatting to him, look, he's obviously got confidentiality agreements and things in place there. He can't just disclose anything, and there was no announcement at the AALARA either. So sometimes they make announcements, but there was no announcements. I sort of we quizzed him a bit about that. Will there be announcements? No, there's definitely no announcements at the AALARA. I think we'll see an announcement later in the year, probably like after the financial year, I think. So maybe like August, July, August. I mean, I don't know. So I don't think he will leak anything, because there's going to be about 30 of us. There's going to be about 30 of us at our event. So yeah, he can't afford for the information to get out that he's that shouldn't be leaked essentially. So I don't think we'll get. We can certainly ask a lot of questions, and we would love people to come with questions. It's really important to have plenty of questions, but we can't bombard him asking what the heck's going on, because he won't say. He might like all I got was there's definitely a lot of things going to be coming up for Dreamworld at the right times, and a lot's planned. So. We do know they are working on the hotel in the background, and there's a lot of background stuff going on in terms behind the scenes for the hotel. So hotel doesn't just happen overnight. Of course, it can take years and years of so much planning, costing. It's massive. It's massive. He's actually heading over to, I think, Europe shortly, visiting a lot of the European parks, but also a lot of the European theme park hotels to basically have a good look at what's going on there and how they do it, because they're the experts, basically. So there's certainly a lot of stuff going on in the background. So that they're probably prioritizing a few things, I would imagine. But yeah, watch this space. As soon as we're here, we'll of course let everybody know when we're allowed to. So yeah, Finn, g'day. Thanks for jumping on. How was it meeting Jason Mons? Yeah, really nice guy, actually. We'll talk about that more in a minute, Kobe. We'll talk about that. Chris, hey Chris, thanks for jumping on. Why do you think it is taking movie so long to make a decision on Doomsday? I have no idea. Absolutely no idea why it's taking that long. Good question. Really good question, actually. I keep saying not even a billboard there saying, hey, this is what's happening with this area. This is why there's a hole in the ground. Nothing. So it's just strange. Like, just communicate something. But saying that, so we saw the removal of the WB show stage next door, where they had all the Batman Legacy and all the Aquaman and all those displays over the time. Signage has gone from there. The Batman Legacy wall signage has been taken down back to the tin fence now. So they've de-branded all that area. So I think things are going to probably happen. It's just when, I guess. So I think things will happen. We'll have to just keep watching this space. Kathy says, love all the Funko Pops in the background. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Ileana went to Australia Zoo today. Oh, wow. That's cool. I love that park. I hope you had a great day, Ileana. It is an awesome, awesome park. Kathy says, the ride at the front of Wet and Wild, haven't been there since November. Okay, yeah. So there's 4 slides that run off that one tower now, not just the one, and 4 different slides. So you get 4 different rides there on the one. So it's really much better, much, much better. So yeah, you should check it out. Maybe it's still a little bit warm at the moment during the day, but it's getting cooler in the mornings and the late afternoons already. I just want to give a big shout out to, I just see another super chat coming up actually. And Ilya, again, another one. Thank you. You didn't have to do it as another super chat, but thank you so much. That's very kind of you, and I do appreciate it. You just sent an email linking info about your award show. Thank you for that. I'll certainly look at that when we hop off the live chat tonight, and see what it's all about. So thank you so much. Appreciated for the super chat and for sending me and linking me into that information. Be sure to check it out for sure. Thank you very, very much. I just seen another one there. It's from, is it Marley Young Fanboy? Thank you so much again for the super chat. You went to the Sydney Royal Easter Show. I really want to go to that, actually. I just, that time of year, I have so many things going on that I can never seem to have time to get there. One year, I want to get down there for sure. I'm jealous. You're saying it was fantastic and you recommend it. Yeah. Look, the food alone is what blows my mind. The food, the different foods. We don't get all those cool foods here at the Ekka. We get some maybe, a few, but like, what I mean, the different foods there is incredible. It reminds me of the USA like fairs that they have. So cool. So yeah, I'm very jealous that you got to go, and anyone else who went to the Sydney Easter Show. It is on my list of things that I would love to go and do at some point in time. So I'll have to try and clear the calendar. Maybe next year I'll try and clear the calendar for that one. So yeah, thank you once again. That's really, really appreciate it. Matt's heading off. No worries. Thank you, Matt. Good to see you. Have a good night. Kobe, does the Scooby-Doo characters still meet in movie world? Yes, you can, but most of the time it's just Scooby and Shaggy. Unfortunately, pretty much, or it could be Scooby and maybe or Velma, for example. I saw that the other day. When they have events on, like for example, Hooray for Hollywood, anything like that, generally you will normally see the whole gang, but yeah, that's about when only though. So yeah. What else we got? Oh, Sue. Hey, Sue. I'm looking a lot better than I did on Sunday. Thank you. Yes, I'm feeling a lot better than I did on Sunday. I actually was not good at all that day. I was terrible after being so sick on Saturday. Excuse me. Let's have a drink of water. Oh, excuse me. By the way, I'm going to make mention of the sponsor. Little Hampton Hepburn Spring Water, sparkling spring water, is the drink of choice. Sponsors of the live streams for Jaggs Journeys, and these are in cans, but you can also get them in like bottles, and like the big table water ones as well. It's just something about this water is just different to other waters. It's like the carbonation seems to be finer or something, smoother. It really doesn't feel like you're drinking water, and it's refreshing. It's really refreshing. So yeah, if you do see this around, Little Hampton Hepburn Spring Water, sponsors of the live stream, you gotta get some. You can get some cans. It tastes great in a can. They come in like a 10-pack, I think, or 12-pack. 10, I think it is. Anyway, yeah, so I was saying I was pretty crook on the weekend, and in fact, I normally do my filming on a Saturday. I was gone the whole day. Like I was bedridden, and then I forced myself to go out Sunday afternoon. And literally, I went out Sunday. Oh no, it was like late morning. Felt absolutely terrible. That's when I did my merch video. Like I forced myself, because with the merch video, the editing's pretty quick. So I was able to actually film, come home, edit solid, and I really released about 6:15 or something like that instead of like 5:15. So I did pretty well to get one out. It's like I've never missed an upload ever. So yeah. But yeah, thanks Sue for jumping on. I probably said I was 90% right on Saturday, but on Sunday rather, but I wasn't. I was probably 50% right. I'm probably about 95% right now. I think about 95 now, because I was quite sick before, like the week before that, and then I got really sick on that Saturday, like I was saying. So anyway, much better now. So unfortunately, sometimes you get struck with an illness or sickness or something. It's life. So anyway, we're here tonight, and I appreciate everyone jumping on. And there's no maths tonight, so that's a good thing. Well, I know we all love maths. Well, the dinner parties, right? That was all we were watching it for, really. Anyway, moving on from maths. What do we got? There we go. Okay, Finn, we'll be attending the ECA this year. I just went to the Sydney release show as well, and it was great as usual. Yeah, look, I normally always go to the ECA. I've done so for years and years and years and years. It's just becoming super expensive, like crazy super expensive. So, but when you go there and it's packed and everyone's paid to get in, paid for parking, or we do have cheap trains this year, and the train does go straight there, which is great. But everyone's buying up large. Like even when I was at Supernova, people are spending up buying the $2,000 accessories and statues, and I'm like struggling to buy a little. I bought a Batman. You can probably see it over here. It's a Batman cowl. For I think I paid $30 for it. So it's only small, it's about that big. But I really wanted a RoboCop figure statue. It was huge. I featured it in the video, but it was like $2,300. So I'm like, hang on, that's a trip overseas. So no, I'd rather do a trip overseas and create more content. Although RoboCop will look pretty cool in the background here. Anyway, if anyone's selling a RoboCop figurine, or even the old action figure ones, figurine, let me know. Send me a DM. Also, if anyone knows anyone that owns a Dukes of Hazzard, a real Dukes of Hazzard 1969 Dodge Charger, done up as the General Lee, those of you that are probably a lot younger than me will go, what the heck is that? Never heard of it. But the TV show from the 1980s, Dukes of Hazzard, there was a movie in 2005 as well. That car, the orange Charger with 01 on the doors, the flag on the roof, General Lee on the side, on the roof, both sides. That's I'm trying to find someone that's got one here in Brisbane or Gold Coast, because I'd love to check it out and do a video. But anyway, I'm just a big fan. Anyway, we'll move on. Yes, I'm going to the ECA. Kathy says, what's your favorite ride at each theme park? Okay, I take it we're just talking Gold Coast here. So let's start with SeaWorld. I'd have to say Leviathan. Definitely. I mean, I do like the Storm Coaster because of because of nostalgia, because of the Bermuda Triangle ride. They still use part of that indoor building and area. But and that Matt Coaster's cool because it's water and roller coaster and one water coaster. But I'd have to say Leviathan. I'd have to say Leviathan for SeaWorld. Movie World, I'd have to say Wild West Falls. I'm a big theming water ride person. Love it. Theming. And that one is themed amazingly. So I love that. Scooby's pretty close for me on that one. Like I love roller coasters. Excuse me, I just had fizzy water. I love roller coasters, but I'm more theming and immersive about the whole immersive experience. So that's why I choose that. Dream World, I would have to say Jungle Rush. These Taipans are probably a much more thrilling coaster, and it is, but it's the theming again, that Jungle Rush, and the triple switch track in there was a world first, and you get different ride experiences on the one ride, forwards and backwards and everything. So, and the theming is incredible. So that's why I love Jungle Rush at Dreamworld. I don't really have favorite rides at water parks because when I go there, I usually go there to do my videos like first thing in the morning before the park gets busy, and then get out. But when I do go, just on a day off with the family or what have you, Lazy River is always a fun one for me because you can just chill and relax. I love that. I don't often get to chill and relax. I'm very busy all the time. So for that, probably, or I don't know. I haven't done all the newer rides yet at Wet and Wild. So yeah, Lazy River, Calypso Beach, and because it's a tropical island in there, it's awesome. In Aussie World, it would have to be Dingo Racer. Luna Park Sydney would have to be Big Dipper. Luna Park Melbourne, it would have to be the Scenic Rail, just for the actually the Ghost Train. Well, Ghost Train actually, but Scenic Rail for the historical factor there, and the person who stands up and controls the brakes. It's one of the oldest roller coasters in the world. So for that reason, for there. Gombaya World, I'd have to say it's TNT, which is the same as the Wicked Witch ride at Movie World. But for that park, obviously they've got the Buzzsaw, which is Project Zero. I rode that there not long after it had opened, actually, at Gombaya World, and they just refurbished it, so it was so smooth and amazing. I don't know if it still is, but still a good ride. But yeah, so there you go. There's my top picks for there. Craig 3 says Motor Coaster is fenced up. Yeah, I'd seen that actually. Do you think the track will remain and be rethemed, or complete new ride? Interesting. Yeah, interesting. Good question. Hard one to know. I don't know. We could be up for a retheme, but / complete new, like maybe retheming part of it, using some existing structure like the queuing area maybe. If the track stays, I don't think the track will stay. Actually, I'm going to say I think they're just leaving it up because they haven't announced anything yet, and their plan might not be to take that down until, or let's just say to put a new ride there till maybe end of next year. Let's just say that, right? So you wouldn't rip it down now and just leave it empty with nothing, or hoarding, just, you know what I mean? So I think they will wait until they've done an announcement, and then they'll put the hoarding up with all the, Dream will do a great job of all the banners on the fences. They have like the QR codes. This is what's happening here. If you want to find out more, scan the QR code and you can just go and scan it and you can read up on it. They do a great job of that. So I think that's what we'll see then. But I'm not 100% sure. I think they've sort of tricked us with Greg dropping that having his laptop or computer open on that other video they did purposely, obviously, and he had the current ride, and then he had like a mock-up of what it could look like, the queuing area anyway. So obviously it was done purposely and for a teaser, so to get everyone talking, I think, more than anything. So it may not be what they're doing, though. You know what I mean? I think so. I think maybe they're going to knock it all down and put something fantastic there. Now, I want to get through questions, but I also want to talk about Allara because I want to touch on a couple of things, maybe relating to that. So we'll get back to that. Thanks, Juliana. Appreciate you. Oh, yeah, you've come back from Japan and Singapore. I'll have to, when you see me, I'm sure I'll bump into you again in the parks. Wave me down, because when I'm in the park, sometimes I've got my blinkers on. You know, I'm doing what I'm doing, and sometimes I don't always see everyone I know. So if you see me, please wave out, stop me, and tell me about, you know, your experience there in Japan and Singapore as well. Love to hear how you went on. Hope you had a great time. I'm sure you did, but love to hear about it. Why do I wear sunglasses? These are prescription glasses, so I need them to see. They're also my sunnies for in park, obviously, as well. But over the years, it's like anything. When you like, well, if you go back on my first videos, I don't wear sunnies. I'm a cap guy. I've always worn caps. This is what I just love caps. I've got quite a collection of baseball caps and that as well. But yeah, so now it's just become a thing. Like, you know, when you see Jaggs Journeys, you know, cap, glasses, shirt, and that's Jaggs. So it's nothing else to it really than that. But these are prescriptions, so I need them to read your comments, because in the earlier days when I had my older sunnies, I couldn't read a thing. I was like struggling. But now at least I can see. And I've got these ones are double. Like it blends into long distance and short distance. So sometimes if you see me like sort of doing that like that, it's because I'm looking down at the lower part of my glasses to read the close up, and then if I do that, I can read in the far distance. So for now, I'm sort of more like that, so I can read the close up. Anyway, that's the go. Hey Shane, great to see you. Oh, sorry, we just read that comment. Hey Ryder, you're not late. I was late, so you've only just jumped on not long after we started, actually. So I wasn't going to do this tonight. I ran so late home. And then I had to cook dinner. Lucky it was only a pretty easy, quick cook tonight. So I was able to cook tea, eat tea, and then just jump straight on. So sorry for the lateness, but we got there. All right. Spence, RCDB, Spencer, thank you for jumping on. J of Oceana. Am I doing the 5K run? It's a good one. Me? I did it once, but I'd say I did the 5K walk. I wouldn't say I did the 5K run. Might have ran the first part and then the last part. The rest was a walk, a fast walk, a brisk walk. I was doing it with a few other people. One of the guys I was doing it with, a friend of mine, Sean, he was in a costume. He was dressed up he was in a costume. I can't remember what it was. It's like a gaming. It was like, dressed like an army guy, but like in black. It was off a video game, and it was like 30 degrees. Like I felt sorry. I was struggling. Like, you know, he did well, so we didn't want to run it because we didn't want him to pass out. So, but I don't think. Yeah, I'm not. I have a heart condition, so when I run, I get puffed really quickly. So yeah, at this stage, no, probably not. But you never know. Like as I say, I have done it before. I got the medal somewhere. I don't think it's in here. So I got it somewhere. Squishy's Family Fun. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. I actually misread. Apologies. I misread your comment into someone else's name. So apologies for that. Let's go back. Apologies, Ileana. You didn't just come back from Singapore and Japan. It was the unbox. It was Squishy's Family Fun. Apologies for that, because your comments are under each other, and I was scrolling. So I'm sorry for that. But yes, you guys just had an amazing trip to Japan and Singapore and the Disney cruise, right? So I will have to hear about that from you guys as well. Definitely. So apologies for that. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, geez. Hard to get it right. Yeah, so you went to Tokyo Disney Sea. Oh, it's the 25th anniversary over there. That's cool. Oh, you did Universal as well, Osaka and Singapore. I'm sure you'll agree that Osaka is probably twice as good as Singapore Universal. Universal Singapore is still cool. I love the park. I haven't been to the Osaka, but from what I've seen, I really want to ride that Jaws ride. All right, that's what I want to do. Are you saying do Singapore before Japan? Well, I have done Singapore. Or you'll be disappointed. I got what you're saying. Yeah. So Japan's better, obviously, right? Yeah. So I have done Singapore, Universal. You didn't watch the video? What? Yeah. Anyway, there's a video on there. I did a live stream from there as well, actually, when I was in park. So yeah, I want to get to Japan as well. I'm sure the Japan one's heaps better. Donkey Kong Land as well, right? Yeah. That's cool. It's on my list. There's a big list of where I'd love to go. Unfortunately, the bank balance says no. So at the moment, yeah. But that's cool. What a great, awesome trip. Riders taking a little break from Movie World. Fair enough. You're there almost every day or every week, several days, aren't you? Normally. So, yeah, I get what you're saying. It can get a bit much, and you do need a break from it for a while. It's like me. I alternate through the parks because, like, I know some people go to the same parks, multiple parks, like multiple times a week. I just can't do that. Well, I don't have the time anyway. I work full time. I only have Saturday, but yeah, I mean, our parks are great, but they're just you can't. It's the same unless there's something else going on, kind of thing. So fair call. Kobe loves the water. Yeah, we've tried that water. Little Hampton, and it's Hepburn Springs Water, sponsors of the live stream. Delicious sparkling water. Very refreshing. All right. Right away, on his first trip to SeaWorld in a long time last week. I hope you had a good day. I believe the park is still open. I don't think much is going on. I mean, they probably had a good holiday period, I think. Kathy says, I went to Movie World on Thursday last week. I had so much fun seeing Hooray for Hollywood, the Encore, Part 2. Yes, that's good. Yeah, I briefly went on. I didn't do an Encore video because for me, I filmed I did a live stream. That's right. It's on you can watch it if you want, but it's a live stream broadcast of the parade. I decided to just do that because I didn't really want to do another video so close to the last video I did that of exactly the same event. And it was the same event because I went around and checked it all out on the weekend, and it was like, yeah, it's pretty much the same. There's nothing different. So for me, that's why I didn't do a whole other video on the Encore. I had plenty of other things going on anyway, like Supernova and all that. So, but yeah, if you hadn't been to that event, a lot of people, the reason why they did the Encore is a lot of people can't get up here or don't go during the summer, December, January, because it's just too busy, and and fair call. So they get to experience that like now, which is really cool. So that's cool. Also, I think there's the Heroes and Villains coming up. I think it's June, July. I'm pretty sure I saw that somewhere. So yeah, we'll have to keep like I'm hoping they normally change a few things up on that event. So always like that. I just hope they do more themed foods and drinks and things to sort of add value to the event. Like I just love all that side of it as well. So we'll see. Drew says hello. Drew Shotto. G'day, mate. Jave Oceana, the 2027 Sydney Royal Easter Show will be held from Friday, March the 19th to Tuesday, March the 30th. Now, that's better. Thank you so much for putting those dates in, actually, because April is really busy for me. I know Easter does move every year, doesn't it? Because of the moon or something, right? So March, that's okay. That might be doable. That might be doable. I'll have to write that down on the planner, and I'll do that using my new Mac Rides pen. Easter. Royal Easter Show 2027, March 19 to 30th. Thank you so much for that info. I wouldn't have known until probably March next year. So good to know in advance. Thank you for that. Kobe's going to the 2027 one. What might see you there, Kobe? Kathy says, have you seen the new Mario movie? No, I haven't yet. I haven't. I have very limited time to. I couldn't even tell you. Actually, I couldn't even tell you what the last movie was that I saw. It was probably 6 months ago. Whatever was out 6 months ago. I can't even remember. It might have been. No, it wasn't. I was going to say The Nun, but I think it was. I've seen something since then. Anyway, so no, I haven't seen that one. Just saw where you put your Aussie Funko. Yeah. Where did I put it? I'll lose track. It is there. Thank you again for that. Very kind of you people. Very kind, and I really appreciate it. Yes, he's sitting nicely in the collection. You're good spotting that. I can't even spot it, and I'm in the room. Anyway, he's there. Is he over there? He's somewhere. It's flu shot season. Will you be getting one? I always get the flu shot every year. Normally this month, yes. Although I was actually going to get it on Saturday, but they're closed. So probably the following week. Yeah. Look, I think it's important. The general flu shot doesn't mean you're not going to get the flu. It just means that you hopefully won't end up in hospital or worse. So, it's it's something that I'd rather get it. Our whole family gets it. So, again, you can still get the flu. It's just that you won't end up very sick and in hospital if you do get the bad flu. I'm not talking about a cold. We're talking about the flu. So, yep, it's that time of year. Time to get your flu shots for sure. Does Minions Land at Universal Singapore look better than the Hollywood one? It's basically identical, but it's just it's different layout. It's a different layout, so it's set out different because in Hollywood, it's like where the ride is and where they do the photo shoots is sort of down like an alleyway or down a little side street, but then with the fun park part is, and the game is on sort of behind that to the right, and the game is on the left. Whereas at Singapore, you walk right in. It's a whole land. You walk right through it. The ride's on the left, the actual like simulator ride, and the shops are on the left, and then on the right hand side is the fun park and all the midway games. All to me, the Singapore one flows better, 100%. But it's exact, like it's not like a cheap version. It is the Minions Land. It is unbelievable. It is awesome. The characters are amazing too. So love it. I couldn't make it to Supernova. Ryder says he couldn't make it because of his birthday on my birthday. Yep, because of money reasons. I'm hearing you, mate. I'm hearing you. But I went to Movie World on that same day and had a great day. I'm glad you went and did something fun on your birthday. Everyone should do something fun on your birthday, 100%. Supernova was fun, but you would have had more fun probably fun-wise at Movie World because Supernova, as you know, is so busy. So busy. Good fun, but just busy. Sailor Robinson there says, have you ever experienced the Captain EO 3D film that used to be at the Disney parks? I I'm probably going to say maybe. I can't remember specifically. Oh, actually, Captain EO. EO. No, I'd probably say no, actually. I don't think I have. I have been to Disney parks, but I don't think I have seen it. Brandon Villa, 42, Project Zero, runtime goes an extra back and forth. Then the Buzz Saw's runtime. I wondered that. Yeah, you're right, actually. It definitely, yeah, because the other one, yeah, used to just go up and then basically finish, right? So there you go. More value. Is it? Sorry, is it? Sorry, Lil Hike. Is that right? Lil Hike. Sorry if I've said that wrong. They seem to be touching the launch on Motor Coaster. Yes, yeah, you're right. They're doing something there, aren't they? They're definitely doing something there. You know what? You're right. They could be getting a new launch system. You know what, though? If you look at that track, surely they have to change the track. Like, I mean, I don't know. It depends what ride vehicle they're putting on there, I suppose. But the supports are all basically kind of like vertical. Like they're not all like a normal coaster. I don't know. It just looks different. Obviously, it's a different design, but yeah, you're right. I mean, that would make sense. Getting a faster coaster, they'd have to go longer. They would have to build it out further and make it longer. Surely, I think, make it a faster, longer experience. Different ride vehicles, one that's comfortable, and maybe one with onboard audio with a real awesome theme. That's cool. But yeah, you're right. I think you're right. I think they're definitely doing something with that launch system, aren't they? They're pulling all the hydraulics apart there or doing something there. We'll just, I haven't been to Dreamworld for a little while. So next time I'm there, I'll check it out. There's a few other content creators that have been there that I've seen. And Dave also, might have been GC Theme Park Girl. I think she took some photos of it. I think it was her. And yeah, definitely looks like they're pulling stuff off it. Not taking it apart though. It doesn't look like they're taking it apart. They're just doing something to it. We have to wait and see. Kathy says, I went to Superman for the second time on Thursday last week. Loved it, especially the boost. You're talking about the launch, I think. Yeah, that launch is something else, isn't it? 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 2 seconds. It's pretty insane. That's a pretty crazy hydraulic launch, but not one of a kind, but it's certainly unique for these parks, and it's something else, that's for sure. I love the dark ride component before you launch as well. The theming in there is pretty cool. Ileana's going to Movie World on May the 2nd. Enjoy that. Unbox it with Squishy Family's Fun. Yes, they watch my Singapore vlogs. You so need to get to Japan. Yeah, I wish we do. We do want to go there. It was either move to the Goldie or do the trip. I would have done the trip too, to be honest. You can't, because the trip, I'm sure you'll be talking about that trip for forever. You'll have all your videos and photos and memories and experiences there. Because it's not just about the theme park there. I'm sure, it's about the traveling part around Japan, the shops you visited, the food you've tried, the things you've seen, the culture you've experienced. You can't put money on that. And I mean, living in the Gold Coast, I mean, I love it. I've been here over 20 years, but I tell you, it's a very different Gold Coast to when I moved here. And it's to be honest, I mean, unless you're a schoolyanaire and you can afford to, live in a beautiful apartment on the beachfront type of thing, but the pricing of housing is ridiculous. It's stupid. I guess the most unaffordable place in the whole of Australia to live now. It's so expensive. There's literally hardly anything for sale. You can't find anything much for sale at all, or even rent. Yeah, it's more expensive than Sydney now, I believe. I mean, people go, "Oh, well, that's good. Your house has gone up," and it's great. Like from what I paid for my house compared to now, it's like tripled. But everything else is tripled, so I can't sell it because I can't afford to buy anything anything else. You know what I mean? So, unfortunately, crime in the Gold Coast is, I mean, it's everywhere now. Let's face it, it is everywhere. It's just not the place it used to be. I mean, I still enjoy it. Don't get me wrong, but if you can spend, like, I would spend my if I was, if I was happy in where I lived, yeah, I mean, look, I'd love to live in Orlando. I would love to live in Orlando. That's where I would love to live. Realistically, though, I can go to Orlando and enjoy it, and then come back and enjoy where I live, and cost wise and everything. So, yeah, if you've got the ability to travel, I think that's everything. Like we were talking about it, I mean, money obviously is a is a challenge right now with bills and everything and expenses. It's so expensive to live, right? But you still got to try somehow and have those holidays. I think no matter what, I remember I was reading something. Someone asked an older person who was, maybe on their deathbed, sort of thing, and they're like, "Where did you go in your life?" And they basically said, "To work every day." Never went anywhere. And unfortunately, there's so many people like that. And not everyone can afford or be in a position to go else everywhere. But it doesn't have to be an overseas trip. You going an hour away to a seaside campground and just chilling relaxing, different environment, doing something different. But some people don't even get to do that or haven't done that. So it is really important, to definitely create those memories, experiences, if you can. And if everyone on here is a theme park enthusiast, which I'm guessing most of you are, check out not just my videos, but check out also other people's videos from overseas theme parks, because even though you think, well, what's the point? I'm not ever going to go there. I'm only going to go to Movie World and that. But it's a good opportunity to just see the next level of stuff. If they've got population and they've got extra funding, what they spend and how they do those parks over there blows your mind. Next level stuff. I mean, Rivertown is next level. It's up there. So, but it's that times 10. So, yeah, it's even just worth checking all that out and just opening your eyes to what else is out there. But if you can travel. So I think you made a good decision. And again, Japan was on our list. I'm not sure if we're going to go there like on the next trip, or whenever we can go on another trip, or whether we'll go there on like after that. But it's definitely high on the list for sure. I'm glad you had an awesome time, and I've heard it's amazing, particularly Disney Sea and all that. Jealous, so I'll say. Very cool. Pauline, how are you? I'm good, thank you. Thanks for jumping on. I have been sick, but I'm good now. Matt, is it Delicious 6741? Hey Shane, with the new Gremlins movie being released next year, yes. Do you think there's a chance of Warner Brothers bringing back the Gremlins ride in the former area of the Doomsday in Studio showcase? Whew. I like your thinking. I love your thinking there. Yes. How good would that be? That would be incredible. That would be incredible, because younger people can go and see a new movie and understand what Gremlins is all about. And those of us that were around when the original came out, it's nostalgia, right? So, yeah, I like your thinking. So, and that's Movie World needs to get back to movie-based rides. Movie-based rides. They got to have movie-based rides. It's a movie park, movie world. It's not DC world. It's not superhero world. It's movie world. So and look, don't get me wrong. I know there's movies for superheroes. There's movies for that. I get that, but I think it needs to go back to movie, not just we've got enough DC. We've got enough superheroes in the park and villains. Now we need to go to the next level. So I like the idea. Let's see. Let's all put our ideas down. So Gremlins. There's also Spooky Island. Is another idea. Or a big major indoor dark ride would be cool as well. Good idea, Matt. How you know how Dreamworld used to have the old water park when you got off the big orange roller coaster? You can still see parts of the water slide. Yeah, you can, and you can see the volcano as well. And I believe that's kept there for nostalgia reasons. So there you go. They fixed the ride at Movie World. You're talking about DC Rivals Hypercoaster? I think so. I'm pretty sure they have. It was running on Sunday when I was there. Yeah. Now I do want to talk about Allara. So Kathy's saying she went to Supernova on the Saturday. So did I. I was there. I have a video. You should check it out. Awesome day. Busy, but awesome. And Ryder had an evac on Wild West Falls. And it's actually quite cool having an evac on some of the rides. I hate it when it goes on the news and people think they're like film, like with DC Rivals, it stopped on the lift hill, right? Because a sensor told the roller coaster to stop because it detected something that wasn't right. So the ride is designed to stop. Okay. When it does that, it shuts the system down. So you can't just start it again and keep it going. It needs to be people need to be removed, and then they need to do a whole heap of checks and things, and then when they can get the coaster back into position, then they do their checks, and then they start running tests and stuff. Excuse me. But then you get your people get their phone. The people are stuck. The people are stuck. Send it to 7 News and 9 News. Okay, it's beyond me why people do that. It's they know nothing about rides. That's what they're designed to do. It is unfortunate if you're up on a really high angle and you're afraid of heights. Okay, however, you're completely safe. They harness you in so safely. They literally hold your hand to get you off there safely. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but also it's once you're down and you think, hey, I climbed down from up there. That's pretty cool. People pay money for those experiences. You know what I mean? So there used to be a lift climb on that ride. You could climb to the top. You pay money to do it. So yeah. Anyway, it annoys me when I see posts like that. It's uneducated, ride uneducated people. What I mean is that they don't know about the rides. They're not educated about rides as far as why they stop, what makes it stop, and the fact that it's supposed to do that. So the worst thing that could happen was there's no sensor. The ride keeps going, something happens, and then something worse happens. But that's why these have like literally hundreds of sensors everywhere on those tracks. Every ride has them. So it's just, now that everyone has a phone, they can just send the photo to the news, and the news just, of course, they're like, whoa, the guest was stuck. Like, well, okay, you're strapped in, and obviously they're not going to jump out. They're going to get released out of that. I mean, you know what I mean? So anyway, we could go on about it for ages. Movie World did release a video, I think the same day, explaining about their safety procedures and ride stoppages, which I thought was really good. That put the education back into the people. This is supposed to happen. So it's the people that think that they're, they're going to be smart and just send it to the news. And of course, the news is going to run with whatever, because, they got no other stories that day or whatever. So they're going to make something of it. It's worse when they bring the news helicopter and then the helicopter starts flying. But when I used to work for Movie World, or SeaWorld, wherever, something happens on a ride, someone sends it to the news. They send that if the helicopter's in the area, they'll send the helicopter, the aerial footage, and it's a bit more dramatic. It's like, man, it's just the ride is supposed to do that. if it detects something, that's not running as it should, so it stops the ride. Anyway, anyway, let's go on. Let's move on. Sometimes hop off a ride is actually really cool. Like, you get to see a lot. Okay. He saw the protoplasm vat prop from the Scooby movie that used to be inside the Scooby coaster building. The back of house around by the Wild West. See, that's again, you see back of house stuff that you don't normally see when you evacuate off rides as well. So that's pretty cool. Excuse me. Jay of Oceana, enjoy some coffee money for some hot drinks as the weather gets a little colder. Thank you very much. Yes, I do. I do drink coffees in park, but also I use that to, help fund content. So to get more places, to be able to provide different content. So my aim for this channel, obviously, it's theme parks, attractions, events, and then anything fun. So I want to sort of change up the content a little bit. There'll always be theme parks on here, of course, first and foremost, but there'll be a lot of other stuff hopefully coming up on the channel as well, just to branch out on a few other things. Watch this space. Are they retheming motor coaster? Yeah, we don't know. I think yes, they will be, but whether they're just retheming or whether they're pulling it down and retheming the area, I think that'll be more maybe the likely scenario there. Squishy's Family Fun saying they had a near miss on the Jurassic Park Rapids adventure in Singapore. Two of the boats got stuck together and then flooded. Gave you the chills, yeah. I mean, that is quite a unique Jurassic Park ride, that one, isn't it, being the rapid ride. It's quite freaky too, that part where when you go backwards and it lifts you up in the lift and then it drops you back into the building. A little bit scary, but it's cool. It is cool. But yeah, I mean, hey, nothing happened, so that's a good thing. They obviously have procedures in place, which is what you'd hope. So I'm glad nothing went wrong. Pauline's lost count on how many times she's been on all the rides at all the theme parks on the East Coast. Yeah, a lot of people, if you're a coaster fanatic, they have coaster credits. So how many rides how many coasters you've been on. I've never. I think that's if you're a coaster fanatic. I do love coasters. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not the. I've been riding roller coasters probably since, to be honest with you, since probably the late 70s. So to be honest, showing my age, but like when I was a little kid, and I couldn't. So many over the years in all different countries, and I would hate to think it'd be huge, it'd be massive. So anyway, I haven't got the time to sit down and nut it all out. A lot. Do we know what was it? Sorry, do we know of what happened to the Bermuda Triangle at SeaWorld? Well, they just basically decided to put a new ride in there. So technology, I think the thing is, there's the exact ride at Movie Park Germany right now. It's called Area 51. It's the exact ride. So when they built Movie Park Germany, it was actually Warner Brothers Movie World Germany. And when I worked at Movie World, people went over from our park to help set up. And obviously the people that built our one built that. You walk in, it's an exact well, I wouldn't say it's exact, but it's you walk in the same front gate, the fountain, the same department store, the same main street. It's the same, except with the park's configured a little differently because of the layout of the land, obviously. So, but yeah, I wish they never got rid of that Bermuda Triangle ride here. But people make decisions, and there you go. We're left with something that's not quite as good, I guess. Do you have to hold on tight to big speed and high coasters so you don't fall off? I always do, but I mean, the harnesses normally have a couple of different locking systems plus a seatbelt locking system. So there's normally a couple of fail safes on there. A lot of people do like to ride them with their arms up like this. I do like to do that a few times when I feel safe to do so. If I'm going upside down, I'm holding on real tight, real tight. The whites of my knuckles are showing, So yeah, I would always recommend holding on without a doubt. Yeah, I did hear about the car that hit into the people at the Supernova as they were exiting in Melbourne. Terrible, terrible situation. It's really bad. Someone did pass away too, and another is very, I think, injured from that car driving through the people. I mean, people just there to have we all go to Supernova. Those of you that do, it's just a fun, great atmosphere and weekend, and that really would have just dampened the whole thing. So sorry for those people involved and for the families. Crazy. Always have your wits about you. Always look around about what's going on, no matter where you go. Just keep looking around you. What's happening? What's going on? Look ahead. Look behind. Just be conscious of what's going on these days more than ever. Pauline has her arms in the air on all the rides. Good on you, Pauline. That's the way to ride it. That's the way to ride it. Is it Dominic? Thank you for the stickers you gave us at SeaWorld from Vivian Dean. No worries at all. No worries. If you do stop and say hi to me in the park, I will offer you a Jaggs Journey sticker. You don't have to take one. Don't feel obliged to, but if you like one, they're free. So, well, they cost me money, but they're free for you. So, no, my pleasure. Was that a Carnival? I think it was a Carnival, wasn't it? I think. No worries. Is it Quarred? Sorry if I pronounced that wrong again. What are the odds they do anything like a Tower of Terror 3 at Dreamworld? I would say they won't. I think they've got other plans for that building now. And yeah, I mean, look, never say never, but I don't think that's on the cards. Ileana's been going to Aussie World since she's 4 years old. Aussie World's a great park. Love that park. They need to fill Doomsday in with something. We're waiting. We're waiting for the announcement. 100%. Unboxed with Squishy's Family Fun says, I love your pearls of wisdom regarding travel, Shane. Thank you. No worries. Just explore it. Absolutely. Yep, you're right. Your local backyard, the next state, the next country, just do it all. That's why we named our travel channel Explore It. Yeah, that's it. You gotta do it. And doesn't it open your eyes to some things? Like, you see things on TV or read things or on the internet, and then when you go there, quite often it's a bit different, and sort of thankful for where you are living at the time and where you come from. We are very fortunate here in Australia. You look at what's going on, in the Middle East, for example. One of my customers today, she's from Lebanon, and her family, like a part of her parent, and this lady would be probably my age or middle-aged woman, and her parents still live there, and just hearing what they're going through, and these are the nicest, the most loveliest people you'd ever meet, and then to hear what they're going through over there, it's just devastating. It's, you can't even comprehend it. Everything's just terrible. It's not safe. It's terrible, and I just wish all this stuff would stop. This war. I just we should be able to just freely travel anywhere we want to go in the world and experience all the different cultures, the different foods, just experience their land, and everyone should just get on. Okay. It's not hard, is it really? I don't know. Anyway, I was brought up in a very multicultural environment, and I know no different. Like, people are people to me, and everyone's the same, and that's how it should be everywhere. But I know there's more to this. There's politics, and there's money and oil, and I don't know. I don't get into it. I try not to watch too much of that stuff. I just wish everyone would get on. Anyway, we will all get on here on this forum and channel and YouTube world and enjoy the content, enjoy the experience, the theme parks that we go to offer. And, this is great. There's, what is there now? There's been about 30 people on here tonight, and often there's more. And I know because I didn't advertise this, so that's why there's not so many tonight. And it's great. Everyone can just get something out of it. We all enjoy the same things, and we're all from different backgrounds, but we all get on and enjoy it. So it's fantastic. I love it. All right. Anyway, moving on. I'm going on a bit too much. I want to talk about Allara, but I don't want to miss anyone's comments either. So I'm just trying to get through that. Pauline says, "Do you approach any of the people at the parks with any of your ideas?" Oh, look, not really. I mean, we have our podcast that we may voice some opinions on. I do obviously chat to some, some key stakeholders at the parks, and sure, I'll make mention of a few things, and look, yeah, there's been some times where they have taken some ideas I've said in the past, and they have run with it. I'm not going to give you any specific examples, but yes, that has happened. But I guess they have a lot more people with a lot more, I don't know, ideas than I. So, but end of the day, I think if anyone's got a great idea, if you think it's tangible, like it can happen, obviously they've got budgets and other things to, work out if they can physically do something. But no, I think no idea is a bad idea. It's just whether the idea can come to fruition or not. And if not, there's usually a good reason, a valid reason why not. I always say, if you've got ideas, send it in on an email to their guest services. If you genuinely think this is what we need to be doing here at the parks, give them some, background, give them maybe some things to refer to at other parks or what have you. I always say do that. Like, they actually do read all the emails, and they do pass it on to the appropriate people. So yeah, you never know. Kathy's off to bed for school tomorrow. Thank you for jumping on to the live stream. It's appreciated. We're here every second Wednesday, usually 7:30 p.m. Queensland time, usually. So thank you so much for your input tonight. Appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy the channel. Didn't the Leviathan ride stop as well? I mean, look, again, that's stopped plenty of times. It's stopped when I've been on it. It's the nature. Like they're supposed to do that. That's what the sensors' jobs are. That's why there's sensors on there. So, yep, they've stopped before, and they'll stop again. They'll stop again, and it'll be another news story. That shouldn't be a news story, but anyway. The Tower of Terror at Disney Sea is next level. Oh, really? Okay. Was it like the original? Because I went on the original at DCA, and then obviously Guardians of the Galaxy since then. But yeah, that's interesting. I hope it's like the original. if you won the lotto, what would you do? Would you still continue this channel? 100%. What I would do, I already thought about it because everyone thinks about if I win or when I win. The first problem I have though is I hardly ever buy a lotto ticket. So that's the first problem, right? I got to buy a lotto ticket because if you're not in it, you're not going to win it. Anyway, if I won it, yeah, and look, I do enjoy my real job, my full-time job, but I think if you won like some serious coin, not just like to be honest, if you won $1 million, you couldn't leave it. You couldn't leave your job. You just need that to survive, really. But if you won like serious coin, this channel would become a full-time channel, and yeah, I already thought about the direction I would take the channel. Would change slightly. So, but yeah, it'd still be here. Because it's a passion of mine. I enjoy it. I love it. And yeah, the only thing that's holding me back is money. So maybe I should buy a lotto ticket. Maybe I should buy a lotto ticket or two. Maybe I will. Pauline's got a Jaggs Journey sticker on her car. Yes, and on her son's car as well. Thank you for that. I saw the photo you sent through. Thank you very much. These are good. So it's funny when I hand these out to like kids, they rip it straight off and they stick it on their shirt. And the thing is, well, for one, it's only good for the day, right? But actually, these actually don't stick that well to clothing. Like they walk off, and next thing, whew, it's on the ground. But these stick really well on anything like a hard surface, phones, like iPads, any hard surface. But cars, they're good. And this has what they call I think it's called a 5-year vinyl, something like that on it. So it won't fade. They reckon within 5 years it won't fade at all. Like if it's on your car, it'll still look this good. The only thing that will happen to it, like if you put it on your phone, like I have one on my phone. So, but because I always have the phone then in my pocket or whatever, so if this is getting like rubbing against clothing or something like that, or constantly getting like rubbed against, it's going to wear out. Like it's just like anything. But if it just sits on your car, it's fine. So yeah, they're great for cars or even iPads or phones or whatever. So thank you for that. Still haven't seen any updates yet on Dreamworld's master plan and movie board hotel. True. So, excuse me, I can guarantee you probably, maybe not guarantee, but I could say pretty confidently you'll probably see a hotel announcement from Dreamworld before you will Movie World. Movie World's, I don't know what's happened to it. It's gone on the back burner. I don't know for what reason. I have no idea. No one knows. But yeah, so we'll have to just keep our eyes and ears open for that one. I'm not too sure what's going on with that. Yeah, the writer's saying when your stomach hurts when you stop suddenly on the wild mouse section of the Scooby-Doo. Yep, you're not wrong. Squishy's Family Fun. Definitely grateful to be living here. Excuse me. We have friends right around the world. That's great. And the horror stories we hear. Yeah. One Piece. Absolutely. Yeah. You're right. It's yeah. I mean, I don't know the people, but I read, I think it was a couple of years ago now, there's some Australians living in like LA, and then a lady heard a noise or something, went outside. I can't remember the circumstance, but I can't remember what happened, but the police came and the police saw her and shot her dead. And she was the one, I think, called them or something. And that's the unfortunate thing over there is the guns and all that. And then I don't know about, I mean, you see on TV and what's real, who knows, but it's like they shoot first, ask questions later. It's over here. They never really shoot unless someone's shooting at them. Obviously, they're going to shoot you. But yeah, I don't like guns or that kind of stuff. So yeah. And apologies, Squishy's Family Fun. Thank you very much for the super chat there. I missed that. I see it now. Thank you so much. You guys are great. You're right. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys very much. Everyone go buy Shane a coffee and share his content. Thank you. Look, even just sharing the content. You're right. Liking the videos. Yeah, I mean, like anything, it's not. I mean, it'd be great to have more subscribers, of course, but the thing is, some of the videos get really good views, and that's what you get paid on is the views and the ads. So, but with more subscribers will become more views as well, by default. So yeah, no, I appreciate your comments, and obviously wish you guys also all the success with your channel and what you're doing as well with both your channels there as well. It's pretty awesome. So again, you just got to do what you love, right? And just keep at it. Just keep at it. And as long as you're enjoying it, that's, like some of my videos sometimes get really low views, and you think, well, fair enough, but I enjoyed doing that and making the video and putting it out there, and it's going to be up there forever. So people can look at it over the next few years, and it'll grow over time. Like, it doesn't matter, I used to worry about it first, like, why is no one watching, but now I'm like, well, I guess there's a lot of options now, a lot of other people doing the same thing now too. So there's more things more channels to see on the same things. And when there's an event, like say, Hooray for Hollywood, for example, whatever, any event, and then there's like 10 videos on the same event. So I always think, how can I make mine different from everyone else's, or how can I make it different this year from last year's? I'm always trying to think of that, because I just want to have a point of difference for this channel. Anyway, yeah, we'll get there. But thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. I appreciate your comments as well. I really do. And you guys have always supported me and the channel, and I really do appreciate that. It was really great to meet you guys last year as well when you were up here. So yeah, make sure you reach out again next time you're up as well. I might have missed a couple of comments. I'll just go back a little bit here. Here we go. Remember the Viking boat ride at SeaWorld? Yes, gone. That was pretty basic, but it was still a cool ride. Everyone liked that ride. It's just something neat about it, What else we got here? Oh, yes, Chrissy's Family Fun saying, yeah, just be kind to each other is the Australian way. Should be the human way. Yeah, you're right. At the trade show I was at yesterday in the conference, I was talking to a lot of people, and a lot of American people, and people that are like CEOs of roller coaster companies and things. And I got more than one person commented to me and said, wow, everyone here is just so nice and friendly and happy. Everyone's just so nice and I'm like, well, yeah, I said, we are. So, I mean, I find American people lovely too, and very, very nice. And even, I spoke to people from Europe, and, everyone's nice. I think most people are nice. I think majority of people there'd be more nice people in the world than not. I think it's just, unfortunately, that the people that aren't nice or do wrong things, you seem to hear about that a lot, I guess. But yeah, no, it was nice to get those comments. Can I show you the claw? I can. The Lana Butterfly says, hey, Shane. Hi, how are you? Haven't logged on to your lives before. I'm here every second Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Queensland time, unless something else comes up. Although I was late tonight, so apologies for that. Yeah, the pop collection. There's a little bit of other mess in the studio, but yeah, we've got a few there. There's a few more over here. So There's a few there. There's a few there. I've like you can log it into an app and have everything logged, and we started that, and I think we just lost control of it. I don't know where we're at now with it. So, and there's actually more in the other parts of the house too. So, yeah. I'll grab that claw. Someone wanted to have a close look at the claw. 1 second. Now I got to tell you, so this was off the fence, and this weighs a ton. Like it weighs, it'll be a few kilos, a big. Yeah, I'd say 3 or 4 kilo maybe. So it's obviously ceramic, and it was on one of the fence toppers, and this was gifted to me. I didn't steal it. It was gifted to me by Dreamworld, and the project manager who did the claw. And I wasn't the only one to get one. So I don't know how many they gave out. I think it was only about, I want to say about 4. I think. I don't think many more were given out. So to content creators, ones that, like myself, that have been doing this for, I don't know how long I've been doing this now, 8 years or something like that, 7 or 8 years. And the comment was, I mean, obviously there's a lot of content creators out there, but their comments were that, that my content is always supporting the park and positively supporting the park, and certainly help bring guests back to Dreamworld. And to be honest, when I first started doing these videos, I do a movie world video and you get like, a few thousand views. You do a Dreamworld video, and this is back in the early start, and it'd get like a couple hundred views. That's it. No one was interested. But I just kept pushing and promoting the changes and what's happening and the updates and things, and it just grew and grew and grew. And now sometimes the Dreamworld videos outdo the movie world videos. And obviously, it's not, the current CEO and the management team and everyone that's now at Dreamworld, they have turned that park into what it has now become. I mean, it's incredible. And they've done the hard yards. I've just obviously supported that in the background through, like real visits to the park. This is what it's really like to visit. This is what you can experience. This is what the events they have. This is the cost of things. These are the rides they have, create the excitement around when they're building a new ride, and look, now, as I said before, now there's many people doing this now, and just almost like every week there's someone new starting as well. And look, I'm all for it. Like, everyone should do what they love. I always just say, just do your style, do your own, your own way, and be different. So that gives people the reason to watch you over other people, as if you're a bit different. But yeah, this is really cool. It's really, really, really heavy. If I was to drop this right now, the computer would smash. Like, it would just, it is really heavy. So it's certainly pretty cool. And I'm very fortunate to have been given that claw. So yeah. And they said, we don't ever want to see that on eBay. I said, don't worry, it will never be on eBay, ever. Ever. Let's put it down there. So yeah, so show and tell. There you go. Now I don't want to miss comments, but also want to talk about Allara. Before I do that, Riders Office here, mate. Thank you for jumping on. I'll see you out there. Kobe saying, is there a lot of fire in Spy Chase stunt show? More than there used to be. So yeah, definitely good. Pauline says, is it your birthday? No, it's not. Why do you ask? It's not my birthday. I know Ileana's saying that her happy birthday wish every year is for peace. I think we all would wish for that. Where have you collected your pops from? Yeah, mostly Australia, but yeah, like we've collected from other people, trade shows and things like that as well. So supernovas and things. So some might be a bit different. Lana Butterfly, thanks for saying good day. Yeah, that's all right. I try to get through everyone's comments. Spencer, decision on the master plan at Dreamworld Hotel is due to be decided by the 2nd of June. Yeah, well, as I mentioned before, Greg Young was chatting to us about the hotel, and it sounded like that was the main thing that they're doing right now is all the work around that. So yeah, so there you go. Unboxed Squishy's Family Fun says your content will always be different as there is only ever one Jaggs Journeys. I'm unique. No, if that's a good thing or not. But anyway, thanks for that. I appreciate it. We'll always watch your vlogs. Thank you for that. We are your go-to for all things Gold Coast and beyond. Thank you so much. And I do want to try and get a lot more on here. Like I used to do a lot of other attractions, and there's plenty of attractions and stuff on here around the Gold Coast, but I want to do more again as well. What do you use for when you make your videos at the theme parks? So I use a phone, Samsung 24 Ultra Pro or Ultra. So the good thing with these, they have stabilization built in. I think iPhones do now too, anyway. But I do use a holder as well, just for extra stability. But the stabilization on this is amazing. The camera is amazing. The nighttime camera is not so amazing, but then the 26 I think is heaps better. I was thinking about moving to the Pocket, like the Pocket 3. I was actually waiting for the Pocket 4, but to be honest, it's just got released and it doesn't look really compelling as to why I should buy that over the 3. But also the zoom is terrible, and I do a lot of stuff with my zoom, and I love using the zoom is incredible on this, and I need that. The thing is, I use this one device for everything, right? I use this for filming and for editing and for uploading. That's just that. So I can go anywhere in the world with this and do my job. So that was my whole thing when I started. I don't want to carry around laptops, and that's why I'm not the best or the most professional. I mean, geez, you want to see professional, you want to check out Oz Thrills. Like his stuff, his polished is incredible, but he's got you know what I mean? He's got the really expensive cameras, the amazing editing software, and he's got the know-how. He knows what he's doing, and his content's so good. It's like crazy. And there's a couple of other people that do that do all that high level stuff. Sorry, I've got to give him a shout out because again, his content's incredible. I'm just going to get the name mixed up with I think it's Brody Coaster. I think it's called. I think it's Brody Coaster. Pretty sure it is. It's Brody Coaster. So again, high level editing, incredible stuff. And like Oz Thrills as well. Like that's just to name a couple. There's plenty more as well. But yeah, I just want to do it all on the go. You know what I mean? That's just my thing. So I still think it's really important to have, high quality, like stability, video quality, and audio quality. So I use DJI mics for the audio because over the years, just audio has been hit and miss and all that. You got to get it right. Pauline, yes, you have bought me a coffee. Thank you very much, by the way, to everyone as well. All right. So again, I don't want to miss people's comments, but I do need to talk about Allara. Allara. What else we got? Okay, I've got a few more to read out, I think. Okay, the Lana butterfly, I think she's got a comment here. I went on the steel tie pan for the first time the other day. Hadn't been to Dreamworld in years. What'd you think of it? Didn't know what to expect and screamed like a little girl. So did I when I went on. And Jane's Restaurants, check that out because of me. Excellent. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't a letdown. They just released a few new menu items as well, which is great. So they keep changing things up there. Love that. But I'm glad you had a great time. Dreamworld's a great park, and they've got some great attractions, and like the food, honestly, is crazy. And I love Jane's. So good. So good. Hey, Aston. Nah, that's all right, mate. I didn't. You didn't forget. I didn't advertise I was going live tonight because I was running extremely late. I knew I would because I had a big day, and then got home late. Still had to cook tea, eat tea, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to jump on, just see who jumps on. And we've had like around 30 people most of the night. So thank you all. I really appreciate it. Shane, the street food festival, I don't know, but I think they should. I like last year. Okay, so Yumpling Dumpling. So let me tell you about that. So for the street food festival, Dreamworld hired Yumpling Dumplings van. Yumpling Dumplings supplied his trademarked Yumpling Dumplings. However, Dreamworld their chefs did their own sauces. Okay, it wasn't the Yumpling Dumplings trademarked sauces. On the Friday and Saturday nights when the night markets were on as well, I think after 4 o'clock, you didn't get those dumplings, like those dumplings of that sauce anymore. For the night markets, you got the normal Yumpling dumpling sauce. So they kind of wanted to have it like Dreamworld's own dumplings for the day for the street food festival with their specialty sauces. So that's why they tasted different. I mean, the dumpling, if you were to have it with no sauce, it's Yumpling dumpling. It is they supplied them. So from that perspective, I think the sauces were different, which obviously is going to change the flavor. So yeah, it's probably what you were meaning, I guess. Yeah, could have been better, but maybe next year they'll put more foods in, more foods. I think it was great. It just maybe needed a little bit more options. And the sample, for example, the banh mi and the bratwurst, when you had the sampler, like I had the pass, the Global Bites, the Global Bites Feast Pass, that one there, and you get sample sized products. The banh mi and the bratwurst, they used one of those little dinner rolls. You know, the dinner rolls you get? And I just think, I mean, you still got the flavors and the tastes and everything, and they were delicious. Don't get me wrong. Part of a banh mi is the roll. In my opinion, it's all about the roll. Dinner roll is a dinner roll. So I was kind of a little bit disappointed with that. I think maybe what they could do next year, if they're having banh mi again, is make a full one, cut it in half. Because the amount of people, I read the stats, they put the stats up there. It was, I can't remember. You'll see it if you go onto their Instagram, how many redemptions of food. It was in the tens of thousands, right? So, you know, they make a fresh one, they'd sell both of those literally within minutes of each other. So I just think they should do half serves, not just a mini dinner roll. And look, I know cost comes into it. I get that. I understand cost of goods. But I felt that it could have been just a half. Like for the tacos, instead of getting 3, you got 1, full-size one. Made sense. By the way, just got to mention again, sponsor for the live stream here on Jaggs Journeys YouTube, Little Hampton spring water. Hepburn spring water. This is sparkling, absolutely delicious, refreshing. It does taste different to a lot of the other waters you get, so it's a premium. Really enjoy that. So thanks to Little Hampton spring water, muchly appreciated. If you find it out there, you got to try it. It's delicious. All right. Yeah, for my steady, to make the video steady, there's a steady stabilization feature built into the phone. So the latest phones usually all have it. I don't use iPhone, but I think iPhone have it too. So you could use that, or you can buy a holder. See, I just use a holder that doesn't have stabilization because my phone has the stabilization. So I just use this holder just for extra stability, and I just put the phone in there, right? So it just clicks in there. So that's what I use, right? And I just hold that. But also, this is a tripod. See that? That's a tripod. Put that down on the table. Or I can also bend this in any direction, and I can, I can wrap it around, make it into hold it places it shouldn't be, different, whatever. So, but you can get a holder that has a stabilization built in and an axis, and it's you got to recharge, you got to charge them up. I actually have one, and a good one, a DJI one, and I cannot stand using it. It has a mind of its own kind of thing, and it just, I feel like I don't have control of what I'm trying to do. So that's why I do this with the stabilization on here. Works for me, but everyone's different. So yeah. Okay. I'll keep going through your comments because I do have Allara to talk about. We got, because if I stop to talk about Allara, the comments are going to keep going straight through. I'm going to miss. Well, I'm going to have to go back to plenty of comments here. So maybe I'll do that. Actually, maybe I'm going to do that. So I'll try and. I know where I'm at. Typhoon Time says your filming and editing is very good and unique, and I have not really seen anyone edit in your style with the music and all that. Well, thank you. Yeah, it kind of evolved, and it's just how I had it in my mind that how I like to watch something, like that. And I like to find the music that I fits that style the best. Yeah, I try to create like a little TV show, I guess. And I've said this before. When I go to the park, I don't just wander in and start randomly just filming and hope to find something to put in a video. I know some people do that, and that works for them. I actually go, okay, what is my video I'm about to film for this week? What's the topic? What's my content? And then I think to myself, what do I need to film for that? How am I going to frame this up? What should I film first? How will I do it? What will I use for my thumbnail? Like, I really think about it a lot, and then I go in it, and I've got my. It's like when they make a movie; they don't just rock up to a film location and just start randomly filming. They have it all storyboarded out. They've got scripts and everything. They know what they're doing. They know where the cameras are going to go. And I'm kind of like that. Obviously on a smaller scale, but that's why I often, like, when I am at the parks, I'm particularly the shorter night events. I'm so busy and so time poor. I always stop and say a quick hi to people, but I always say, hey, I've got to keep going because I can't miss anything. I have to capture everything I need to capture in the video, and I'm limited on time, and I've got to push through. And even just some of the weekends, I have content I've got to film, and a certain way I've got to film it, and so how I want it to look at the end, because then I want to sit back and watch it and go, okay, I enjoyed that, and if I think, okay, I enjoyed it, hopefully other people enjoy it. And I make my wife and my daughter watch it. Every video I make, they probably get sick of watching them, but I ask for their feedback, and look, sometimes they're like, nah, it was a bit average. And I go, okay, well, where was that average? And what do you mean? Nah, like, like that's fine. Tell me what you think and what I could do better and what would make it better, or was it too long, or that kind of thing. So yeah, that's how I sort of operate. But thank you for your comments on that. I do appreciate it, and hopefully you like it and enjoy that. My style, it is a bit different from other people's, and it's actually I create more work for myself because there's so much more work goes into that. Like I'm telling you, like it is finding a song or the right music for one particular scene. Sometimes I'm scrolling through stuff and sampling for like an hour for one 30-second, 20-second scene. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it can take me like 6 or 7 hours to do the edit, easy, for like a 20-minute video. And then, even just having the logo at the bottom of the screen, like you got to add that in. You got to make sure it goes through the whole length of the video. If I put text in, like when I do my buy me a coffees, and at the bottom I put the description, I got to take off my logo for that duration. Otherwise it overlaps the text and that looks unprofessional and like you don't know what you're doing. So, you got to put cuts in it, and it's really, yeah. And again, I do it all on this. So not a big screen or computer, so it's all done on this. Good thing with these is like they have the S Pen, so I use that on the screen a lot for the editing. Makes it easier for me, but it's yeah, it's what I do. So, but thanks. I always hope that people just get enjoyment out of my videos and share it, of course. But thank you for that. I'm hoping for a new hotel or extension to the SeaWorld Resort. Yeah, it's a great resort. They need to add chicken nuggets to their menu. I thought they would have had that. Oh, interesting. Especially for neurospicy kids. Yeah, like you're right. Nuggets should be just a bread and butter line, right? Number one. Interesting. They don't have that. Interesting. SeaWorld's great. It's old, but they still do a good job of it. But I think, I know whatever hotel Dreamworld does, I can tell you now, it will be a themed hotel. It's not just going to be a hotel. It's going to be themed. So you'll go, I need to stay there. And I'm going to want to stay there. So that's, you know what I mean? But there'll also be, suites that, or rooms that will be for like business people who are there on conferences and things, as they'll have all those facilities, that kind of thing. It's not all going to, you can't expect a couple of CEOs rocking up for a business meeting and then they got Kenny and Belinda, pillows and headboards. You know what I mean? Like they'll have the rooms that are dedicated to the family themed, and then you have the sort of more standard sort of rooms, corporate or standard. You got to have a bit of mixture, but the hotel will be themed 100%. You know what Rivertown looks like? That's the minimum standard for Dreamworld now. So anything they do, hotel included. So just think about that, how good it's going to be. Let's just wait with anticipation. I can tell you now, it's going to be amazing. Movie board needs more shade in the car park. Yeah, I agree about that. Problem is, storms we get up here just rip it all down. To be honest, it'll just rip it all down. Yeah, crazy. But I agree. What do we got? Watched a stunt show at Movie World, and there was a car that's been split into two. Yeah. So they told me, the creators of the show told me, which is Showtime Entertainment, that over the next 6 months from when it started in December, we will see a few new things starting to change or appear in the show. And they did tell me about the split car. So I wasn't able to say anything at the time. But now the split car's there. So again, there's something new they've added in. That's pretty cool. So have to go check that out. Have to go check it out. Oh, thanks, Pauline. You're so kind, Pauline. I appreciate you. Thank you. Aston says, I can't do the Slayer ride, Serpent Slayer anymore. I did it 2 times. We don't talk about it. Was somebody sick? I don't know. I can't do that ride at all, or especially on wild style. But nah, crazy. Can I get? You can get a gin pill. I'm not sure what that is. Sorry. Yeah, banh mi looked terrible. So the full size banh mi it was fine, and was amazing, but the sample that you got because for the street food pass was a dinner roll, and it was like the flavor was right, and like when I did try it, I was like they got the flavor right. It was very authentic, and that's great. And then from that, you might go, hey, maybe I'll get the full size one, right? I had the chicken, I didn't have the pork, so. But I did know someone had the pork, and they said it was okay. So they didn't sort of rave about the pork. But again, I didn't try the pork, so I don't know. But anyway, we'll see. Gimbal, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, the gimbal with the DJI. I paid $200 for it, and it's sitting in the box because I used it like a few times, maybe half dozen times or so. Yeah, no good. Yeah, maybe the food festival will be better next year, Aston. Where's Little Hampton based? Victoria? Yeah, I believe so. I believe it is based in Victoria. It's Australian owned and sourced. So I believe, yeah, 100% natural Australian spring water. I'm pretty sure it is Victoria. I'm pretty sure. Here we go. Let's just read the bit on the side that tells you about where it's from. Okay, here we go. Yes, it is. So it is Little Hampton is a special place located in a remote corner of Victoria, famous for its pure natural springs. We're only tiny, yet every day more and more people seem to like us. We're not sure why. Maybe it's something in the water. Yes, that would be it. Little Hampton, soon to be world famous for its water, produced by nature. So, yeah, Little Hampton, Victoria, postcode 3458. You can go to sales at Little Hampton Spring. That's spring.com.au. Sales at littlehamptonspring.com.au if you want to grab some. But yeah, it's just something different about this water. It's you can. It definitely just tastes more natural. I mean, water. Some people say water's water. It's not. Trust me. You try a whole lot of different price points of water. They're different. And this one's a great one. Lana Butterfly says, I got banh mi at the food festival. The salt and pepper tofu and 2 dinner rolls. I was thinking, just give me a normal roll. Yeah, exactly. It was a good day, though. Yeah, it was. Yeah, the park has changed a lot. It's definitely a great day. Squishy's Family and Fun said they dropped their DJI gimbal on the holiday, and now it has a mind of its own. Otherwise, it's awesome. Yeah, I just find it's just awkward for me. It's definitely not for me for what I do. Hey Ruby, I've met you before at Gold Coast at the festival. Well, yes, if I have met you, it's a pleasure, and I really enjoy meeting everyone who watches and supports my channel. So thank you for that, and thanks for jumping on the live tonight. Pauline's saying do a checklist. You got to have a checklist. I think that all the Gold Coast parks need 1 or 2 rides to make their entire area whole. Yeah, I reckon we'll probably see some investment before the Olympics. That's what I think. Which event was better in your opinion, Street Food Festival or Hollywood Encore? Street Food Festival. I mean, they're two different events, right? You can't really put them in the same boat, but I mean, yeah, because there was different foods this year, I probably enjoyed that better. Pauline saying, yeah, when I met Shane, it was a quick hi and a quick photo, and I was on my way because I know how busy. Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, absolutely, and that's right. It was good. Yeah, we had a chat, photo, and yeah, and then Pauline moved on with her night, and then yeah, we did too. So it's always a pleasure to meet people who support the channel. Always love meeting people. Secret we told we use our iPhone and edit on an app on our iPhone too. Absolutely, it is all about the content. You glitched out on our other phone. Oh, we watch your streams on both channels. All good. That's all right. I know who you are. I know you got 2 channels. Thanks, guys. Ileana prefers the new Spy Chase show compared to the old one. Yeah, I think we all actually do. And nothing was wrong with the old one. It's just it went on too long and we just needed a change. Aston says, can't wait for the heroes and villains. Yeah, hopefully it's going to be something bigger and better, something added. That's all we can hope for. Aston says, I don't want to get robbed in Helensvale Station as I live all the way in Brisbane. Yeah, look, that's my local station, and you just do have to be. Depends on the time of the day or night that you're there. Giant Coyote, my friend, I'm good. How are you? Thank you for jumping on to the live. I appreciate it. I'm good. I hope you've been well. I've been checking out your content too, by the way. Love it, as always. So you do a wonderful job. So thank you for that. Good to see you. A Fruity Banana Gaming 8424. My little bro dances to your intro song. Thank you for that. Actually, I get sent videos. A lot of people's people and the kids dancing to the intro. It's pretty cool. So thank you for that, Simon. You are too kind and generous, Simon. I really appreciate you jumping on. As I always say, jumping on to the live streams. Thank you for the super chat. You're very, very generous, Simon, and I sincerely really appreciate your generosity and kindness, and thank you so much. Your comment is you're taking your first trip to Movie World in 13 years. Wow, you will definitely see some changes. Hoping you have experience with fast track tickets. Yep. Have you used them? Is it worth it? Absolutely. So it depends when, I guess it depends when you're coming up. The first thing I would suggest would be, first of all, to have a look at the ride maintenance schedules on the app. So the park, if you're just going to Movie World, on their app, they will have their ride maintenance schedule. And usually they're actually pretty good at having it fairly and well in advance. So you can kind of plan it. Although sometimes, unfortunately, things do happen, like, on the day or whatever. But depending on the month that you're going, you may not need to spend fast track. Okay. And it also depends if you're going for just one day or whether you're going to go for a couple of days. It depends what pass you've got. Because potentially, if you're going for a couple of days, then you can easily get the rides done and see the shows and have time to eat and look at the shops and all that. You can do it in a day. Depends on the time of year. I would always suggest getting to the park at opening, like literally at the front of the queue, and going, okay, if you're like, okay, I want to do all the rides, probably the ride of the biggest queue, longest queue, would be the big rides. So like the likes of DC Rivals, Hypercoaster, Superman, Scooby-Doo. Those three probably have the longest ones. Wild West is probably also one, but Wild West sort of comes and goes throughout the day. So yeah, it really does depend on the time of day. I would say more so. Time of year that you're going, more so. And also, if you're going, I'm not sure if you're coming with your family or whether you're coming with friends or whether you're just coming by yourself, because sometimes there's a single rider option on some rides. You definitely don't need fast pass on that one. If you're coming at peak, like school holidays, and it's very busy, and you've only got a day, I would say yes. You'll have to invest in the fast pass, because otherwise you'll spend most of your day queuing and not much time for other things. You'll miss a few things in the park. So thinking about that, it sort of depends more so on that time of year. Whether it's going to be holidays or not. Look, feel free to send me a message on Instagram. Always happy to. I got people always asking me, "Hey, I'm coming at this time of year. What's it like?" Da 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 da. I'm always happy to answer your questions there, and I may not always respond immediately because I work full time and all that as well. But usually, always once I'm home from work, after dinner I sit down, I go through all and reply to the comments and everything. So yeah, as long as you give me some notice, prior to coming, we can help you with that, and trying to advise you. It also depends on the day of the week as well, because weekends, all us locals go to the parks on the weekends. A lot of annual pass holders, and they seem to be busier. But again, usually we don't always all stay for the whole entire day. So, but if you get into the big rides first, because you can usually get, if you go to, say, I don't know, DC Rivals first, get that done, you could probably then go to Superman and maybe not wait too long there. By then you'd still have a bit of a wait, but yeah, not so much. Like, I guess by 11, I think it opens at 10. So by 11, it's pretty much the queues are starting to really sort of ramp up a bit, and through that middle core part of the day there. When the parade is on, sometimes the ride queues go down because a lot of people go and watch the parade as well. But yeah, again, Simon, thank you so much. You're very generous and kind, and I really appreciate you being on the lives, and thanks for the question, and hopefully that's of some help for you as well. And feel free to, as I say, message me for any more questions regarding your visit, and I'll try and advise you as best as I can based on my experience in the parks there. So, but yeah, thank you again, and hopefully I've answered that for you and given you some advice around that that's helpful. So, thank you so much. Very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. What time does the parade start for Heroes and Villains? I haven't seen the schedule for that, but usually it's a little later. I think 5, because they want it to get dark so they can put the smoke and lighting effects in there. And that time of year it'll be dark by 5 o'clock, thereabouts. Giant Coyote, so good to see you. Thank you so much for the kind words. No, thank you. We are watching you on my stream right now. Hey, that's awesome. G'day to everyone out there who's supporting the Giant Coyote, and everyone on here who hasn't seen his channel, make sure you check him out. He's awesome. He's awesome. Absolutely awesome. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Be good to catch up again soon too. That'll be cool. Very awesome. Aston says, Shane, I love the headline of the media when DC Rivals got stuck. Yeah, it was stupid. Yeah, they always go on about it, don't they? It's slow news day when they got to report on the roller coaster doing what it's supposed to do, Anyway, it's always going to be like that. Fruity Banana Gaming 8424. Yeah, Fruity, is that correct? Yeah, Fruity Banana Gaming 8424. DC Rivals was stuck when I went there for a week. Open when you left. Oh, that's disappointing. Yeah, it was. obviously, I'm not sure what the issue was, but obviously they had to maybe fix something before they could remove or put that back into the dispatch bay. So before they could do their testing on it and whatever needed to be done. But again, the sensors did the right thing. They detected something. It stopped the ride. It's what it's supposed to do. That's normal. And unfortunately, people go, "Oh, let's film that and send it to the news." Why? It's just normal. But anyway, yeah, it's unfortunate you missed out on that ride because it's a great ride. So next time, just check the maintenance schedule first, so it's not down when you are due to come next time. Squishy's family fun. They use single rider a lot. Yeah, when I was in Orlando last year, I used single rider. I was traveling by myself. I used single rider on everything. I think there's a couple of things. I was with one of the executives for Universal, and his executive pass allows him to just go straight to the front. So we went, and anyone with him. So we went straight to the front on. He rode some rides with me on the days I was at Epic, Universal, and Islands of Adventure. So not the whole day with me, but I was able to get like straight on a lot of rides, and then I used single rider. Fantastic. Definitely the way to do it. Look, even if you're with a couple of friends or people, honestly, yeah, I mean, that's probably what you're saying too. You can use a single rider. You'll probably be on the same ride. You won't be on the same necessarily seat or carriage, but you should probably be on the same ride. So what's wrong with that, right? So doesn't hurt to do that. Doesn't hurt to do that. Yeah, it's definitely faster than FastPass. You're right, at Universal, 100%. Pauline's saying the weekdays at the moment are slower because it's not school holidays. That is correct. Although I think some states might still be off. So probably by next week, it'll be even quieter again. Yeah, June, July is next school holiday. That's when it will be busy again. Aston goes on Sundays now, not Saturdays. That's all right. I might do a Sunday here and there. You never know, mate. You never know. That's all cool. There goes my plan of seeing the Heroes and Villains parade. I'll get home at 9 p.m. if I have to work the next day. Oh, I might have to work the next day. Yeah. But it only goes for the parade. Only goes for maybe 20 minutes, half an hour, maybe. So I think 5 to 5:30. You'll find that Heroes and Villains parade. One reporter said, yeah, that's right, yeah. One reporter said DC Rivals was 100 meters, stuck 100 meters in the air when it was only 60 meters. Yeah, you're quite right. They got that quite wrong. So, yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. Squishy's Family Fun said they saw the Asahi headquarters in Japan. Yeah, I haven't been there, obviously, but yeah, when I used to work for Asahi, yeah, seen videos and footage of it, and it looks pretty impressive. So that's pretty crazy. I don't mind the bear, just don't like working for the company, which is why I don't work there anymore. Anyway, what we're going to do quickly now, because I'm conscious of the time, talk about Allara. So if you don't know what Allara is, so I have posted a few things on the Instagram. So it's basically, so this was a conference and trade show. All right, so let me just bring it up. Bring it up on here. I just don't want to get it wrong because it's a bit of a tongue teaser. All right, Allara. So we were, myself, there was 4 of us that were invited by Dreamworld, or by Greg Gong, actually, from the CEO, to attend this. Now, I've attended these years and years ago. I used to work for the theme parks years ago. It's a conference for people that work within the theme parks or attractions or leisure industries or recreation industries. And, like any sort of trade show, you go there. There is... sorry. Is someone saying there's an issue with the stream? or it might just be okay. Can anyone confirm if they can still see and hear me? Or maybe it's just buffering on someone's computer. Typhoon Time says he's fine for him. Okay, so Aston, it might just be your one, maybe your Wi-Fi or internet. It could be mine, but if someone else can see me fine, it's okay, I guess. But yeah, so we'll carry on for now. So Allara is, again, it's a conference and trade show for people that work in those industries, and they have keynote speakers and they have panels and sessions, and we're invited to all those sessions. There's about 400 people there, so it's a big conference at the casino, and we've got a lot out of the conference and the keynote speakers, and then also there was a trade show on as well, and on the trade show floor is where people that supply things to the theme parks and attractions, and like people that do point of sale and ticketing systems, people that do the fog for like events, like the fog that you see in Fright Nights and all that kind of thing. People that do locker systems. They had a couple of roller coaster manufacturers there, like Mack Rides and S&S Worldwide. Intamin were there as well. So, people that actually put together the new Movie World Stunt Show, Showtime Entertainment, like they were there as well. There was just so many people that were there. So, yeah. So what AALARA stands for, I'll just bring that up for you guys. Okay. So it's hang on a second. It's just lost that. Like I do know, but it's just the fact is I don't want to, because it's a tongue twister. I get my tongue tied and I get the wrong word wrong, and then someone will say, no, that's not what it means. So, okay. It is it's the Australian Attractions, Leisure and Recreation Association. All right. So that's what it stands for. And yeah, again, it's myself. There was Dane from Dane's Theme Park World. There was Nikki from GC Theme Park Girl, and there was Dylan from Mr. Yum Yum. So it was only us four from content creative perspective that were invited out. And well, at least that attended. So I'm not sure if others were invited and couldn't attend, but very fortunate to have been given the invite, because it's not specifically what we do as such, if you know what I mean. But it is part of what we do, because these are the people, it's the industry. So it's the people that put things together for the theme parks and attractions and all these other places to help them run successful businesses and to add new things into their businesses. So I've already posted a few things on the Instagram, but my video this week, again, I'll be on Sunday because the parks are closed Saturday. It's Anzac Day. No theme parks this Saturday, by the way. They're all closed. Okay. So I'm going to be editing because I haven't got time during the week. I work. So I'm going to be editing the video on probably Saturday for Sunday release. And I'd consider watching it if I were you, and you think, I might be boring. Well, I'm going to make, my videos, I don't make them boring. Okay. I'm not going to make it boring, but there will be a few interviews that I did, and I did try to make them a bit fun and exciting. And I actually managed to interview the top guy from Mack Rides, and he's like on the board. So, he's like top, and also CEO for S&S Worldwide. So S&S Worldwide, in Australia, they made the Green Lantern coaster and also Batwing Space Shot. And obviously Matt Coasters, they did Steel Taipan, DC Rivals Hyper Coaster, Storm Coaster, Superman. I think Superman was Mac. I think I could be wrong on that one, but anyway, at least those three anyway. And I did speak to another CEO that basically they build wooden roller coasters. There's none in Australia that they've built, but around the world, most wooden coasters, oh, well, not most, but a lot are theirs. So they're trying to get down into here, but they've got a lot in Asia and in the US and in Europe. So it was really cool talking to them. And I spoke to a few other people as well. And I'm going to put that together in a video for you guys because I think it's also good to get a bit of an insight, like, of what goes on, what it's all about. I didn't just sit there and video all of the sessions at the conference because obviously people pay tickets for that. So, but yeah, so that video will be coming up on probably on Sundays. So look out for that, for the Allara video, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. I really do hope you enjoy it. Simon, you've done another super chat. Thank you again for being so generous and so kind. You're very, very generous and kind. I really appreciate you. You've written, have they ever fixed the numerous reported faults and breakdowns of Wild West Falls? Last time I went, the ride's animatronics and effects were not well maintained. Okay, so I would have to say the last time I rode it wasn't that long ago. Most things were working, but not all. I have to agree. And there was a while there where nothing much was working. And I think that's probably when you might have last been on it because, yeah, for a while there was not a lot of the effects were working. But a lot more were working the last ride I had. I enjoyed because of the things that were working that weren't always working. Even like, the little sign that falls down, the splash from the ghost in the water when they fall out of the saloon, out of the, the saloon doors or whatever. The water tower, the water's spewing out and then the water cuts off as the boat goes around. The only thing that wasn't working when I went there was the train effect. That didn't work. But everything else I think was working. So I was pleasantly surprised, but it wasn't 100%. So, look, breakdowns. Look, I worked at Movie World for, Village Roadshow, 11 years, and I think Movie World I was there most of that time. Not all, but probably for a good chunk of that time. And yes, it's the nature of that ride. Again, breakdown or sensor ride stoppage is probably more what happens often with that ride. There's so many sensors in there. If the boat's even slightly too far forward or too far back for where it's supposed to be, the sensor will pick up on that and will stop it. So it's a safety feature, and that ride has so many sensors throughout the whole entire ride. So, when that happens, they got to stop the ride. They got to get the guests off the ride first and foremost, and then they've got to check the ride, and they've got to run it through, and it's a process. So, yeah, look, I know it has had some issues as well over the time, but I think the major issues are all sorted. I'm pretty sure the last few times I've been, it's run fine. Probably one time it was down or like it didn't open till I think 11:30 one morning when I was there. But generally, it's not been too bad. But it is an old ride. Remember, it is, and it has had some money spent on it. Like it's not like they haven't. But yeah, I'd like to see it a lot more like how it should be running, of course. But again, check first of all before you come if that's a ride you really want to ride. Make sure it's not on maintenance because I think it normally goes down August, I think, around that time. So if you're coming during the school holidays, like June, July, should be open. But I'd always check even before then, just in case. So yeah, so I hope that answers that question for you there. I wouldn't expect 100% because I just don't think they can get it to 100%. Maybe because of its age parts, maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure the full reason, but I think, yeah, if you expect maybe for it not to be working, and then if it's mostly working, you'll be pleasantly surprised. Maybe go for that. It might be the best option. But again, Simon, thank you for your very kind super chats and for asking great questions. I really appreciate that, and as I say, reach out if you want. Got more questions prior to going. Happy to help you as much as I can. Thank you for that. Hope they do something with the Supergirl movie. Well, they might do. They sometimes do things with movie releases as well, so you never know. Aston's saying he's got Optus NBN issues. It's okay, I'm on Vodafone and I have the same issues sometimes, so no good. Do you prefer Spy Chase than the Hollywood Stunt Driver? Yeah, I'd have to say yes. Yeah. It's exciting. And there's action and there's kind of like fun, like Police Academy almost style. You know, it's really cool. Yeah, a lot of effort's gone into it. And there's a really good storyline to follow. You don't get lost in it. So I think that's really cool. They have a favorite Funko Pop? Probably not. Well, yeah, the one that's of me. When I went to Funko in Hollywood, you can make your own Funko Pop, whatever you want. But I'm out of me. I just have never got around to getting little miniature stickers done for the hat or the shirt. That would just finish it off. But there's so many limitations of what you can do as well. But the good thing is, even the box says Jaggs Journeys. You want to have a look at it? I'll bring it down. You can have a look at it. Show and tell, and then we might wrap it up, guys, because it's getting late. So now it's probably going to reflect a bit. I'll try and angle it so there's no reflection. Hang on. Where's the best way to do this for you guys? Okay, I'm going to angle it a bit like this. Actually, I'll take it out of the reflective case. That'll be the best way to do this for you guys. You got to buy that when you get a really good one, or one you don't want to crush on the way back in your suitcase. Okay, so again, it's still going to reflect a little bit. But see, it says Jaggs Journeys on the actual box there. And then in there, I got the black T-shirt. I couldn't choose tan shorts that I usually wear with this outfit because it just didn't have the option on the computer. You only choose what's on the computer. You can't just randomly go, I want to do this. If it's not on there, you can't choose it. So blue jeans, but black T-shirt, the similar style of the sunnies, and there is a baseball cap there. It's a black baseball cap. But I want to get the, sorry for the reflection of the box. There, probably better from back here actually. But yeah, I'd love to get the little stickers made. My sticker supply could probably do it for me, but I probably have to run off like 300 stickers. But yeah, that was like it shows me. I do have a goatee, but it's of course it used to be brown. now it's a bit more salt and pepper. You know what I mean? So yeah. So anyway. That's that. So that was 2 years ago. So 2 years ago, the goatee was browner, darker. Anyway, that's old age. So yeah, if you're in Hollywood, and by the way, I do have a video on the channel of going through that Hollywood Funko store. It is incredible. I would highly recommend going there. Even if you don't like Funko Pops, it's actually like going into a theme park. Okay, it's huge. It's massive. There's massive figurines. There's sets everywhere. It's just an awesome photo opportunity of an area. It's so cool. Highly recommend it. All right. Let us know if there are any Funkos you need. If you have a Hong Kong Phooey Funko, I want a Hong Kong Phooey Funko. If you know what that is, it's a TV show from the 80s. Hong Kong Phooey. That's my favorite cartoon character from the 80s. You're probably going, who? There is a pop. I don't know why I didn't buy it when I seen it. I think, I'll get that one at some point. Gone. Yeah. Reach out and if someone's got one, let me know how much they are. And I think there's different ones. So there's ones because he has a cat as his superhero sidekick kind of thing, right? If you haven't seen the TV show, it's probably on YouTube. You should check it out. It's a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. But thank you. Yeah, let me know, and then I'll see if it's in the budget. Anyway, I think we're going to wrap it up there, everybody, because we've lost a few, and I appreciate it. Those of you that are still here, sticking around, thank you so much for jumping on. It is late. It is getting now close to 10:45. So I think normally we do wrap up about 10:30 anyway. Yep. Okay, I'll send you a DM on that one. Thanks, guys. Thank you for that. If I can find the picture, I will send it. But yes, thank you everyone for participating tonight. Thank you for those who did very generous super chats tonight. I really sincerely appreciate your kindness and generosity and input as well. So thank you all for that. And just thank you all for being on here, getting involved and asking questions. I'm glad you all still enjoy jumping on these live streams. I enjoy doing them. As I say, I struggle to get here on time because of my work, but generally 7:30 p.m. every second Wednesday night, we will try and do that unless something else has come up or I'm sick or something like that, like last week. But yeah, so that's it. So thank you all for participating, joining in, your comments and everything. If you got anything else, feel free to send me a DM on Instagram. Happy to answer questions or help you out. Like if you're traveling somewhere, Gold Coast or somewhere I've been overseas, happy to answer questions as well. It's always good when you've been somewhere to help people with, just those little questions you might have about, what about this? What about that you don't know unless you've been there. So when I go to Japan, I'll be hitting Squishy's Family Fun up for questions about Japan. So definitely. But yeah, I want to say a big thanks to everyone. Don't forget the theme parks here in the Gold Coast for Queensland. They're closed on Saturday, Anzac Day. So lest we forget, those of you that are doing Anzac Day celebrations or attending those parades and so forth, enjoy that. And as I say, I look out for my Allara video this week. It's something different. So, again, to talk to the CEO of SNS Worldwide and the member of the board he's like high above like the CEO for Mac Rides from Europe, it was pretty incredible to get their time, and I was asking about the latest rides and stuff. So, it's stuff that's fun. I didn't just ask boring stuff. So should be good. I'm going to put that video together yet, so that'll be this weekend, seeing as the parks are closed Saturday. There we have it. And then what's coming up? School holidays, heroes and villains. Anyway, good night, everyone. I hope everyone has a great week ahead. Hope you do something fun this coming weekend, or on Sunday at least anyway. And yeah, thanks to everyone for saying thanks. I appreciate you all too. And if you got any questions, Kobe, you got a question, just send me a message on Instagram. I always reply to you, as you know. So not a problem at all, my friend. And we'll see you all back here in a fortnight, 7:30 p.m. Queensland time. We'll do that in 2 weeks' time. And then don't forget to check out the videos. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well. But Instagram is where I load or upload a fair bit of content. Usually there's a story or a couple of posts there, usually every day as well. Either somewhere I've been or something that's coming up, something like that. So check that out as well. And just thanks everyone for joining tonight. And have a great night. Have a great week. And thanks for watching. And we'll see you on the next journey. Good night.